What the is up with the Age of Empires 4 map pool? It is absolutely terrible, and it's degrading the player experience for Age of Empires 4 right now. And we're going to get down to the bottom. What are the big issues? What's up with the map pool? And how can this be fixed for the future? Welcome to the channel. I'm FitzBro, and I'm a professional Age of Empires 4 caster, content creator, and we've got guides, casted games, free-for-alls, Age of Empires news and rants, and all kinds of stuff here on the channel. So if you like AoE, make sure you hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment with your opinions about this map topic. Now, before we start digging into how terrible the map pool is, the scariest thing since Halloween, I want to first say I've totally been appreciative of the support we've had for AoE 4 in the last year from the developers. There's been monthly updates. It's gotten so much better. So if you're someone who maybe used to play Age of Empires and stopped at the beginning because there were bugs and it was an incomplete game, now's a great time to try it out. There's been so many great things. We got 2 new civs that just came out. The patches are great. Red Bull Wolo was hype, and stonks are up for Age of Empires 4. But there's always room for some improvement, and maps are definitely on the top of that list right now. So we're going to unpack this today and a little bit of a map rant for you. So very first thing, let's go look at the current map pool on the ranked ladder. So if you go into ranked in your game, you can go into your map preferences. Now you see, I do have 3 map vetoes. We'll talk about that here in a second. But the maps you have to choose from: Altai, Ancient Spires, Dry Arabia, Forest Ponds, Hideout, Hillendale, Lipany, Mediterranean, and the Pit. This is our Season 3 map pool. Now, out of a few of these, some of these have been here since the very beginning of time of Age of Empires, right? Altai, Ancient Spires, Dry Arabia, Hillendale, Lipany. These are maps we've had for about a year. Ancient Spires being the most recent to come back to the ranked pool. But even with just take those few maps alone, should all of those be in the ranked map pool? Are we tired of them? Are they maps that perhaps aren't the best competitive maps? Those are things we should be questioning. So when I go through here, I've got 3 map vetoes. Now, let's just say we're going to start in the top left. I'm gonna ban Altai, because Altai, it's got these mountains. It becomes super stalled out. Very, very long games. We've seen game after game after game after game on Altai, and it stalls out. Not a very fun map to play. I'm going to skip that. Now, for me, I'm a little weird. I'm kind of okay with Ancient Spires as far as hybrid maps go, so I'm going to leave it alone for now. We're going to keep moving on, but perhaps you don't. Maybe that's also banned for you. You don't like playing water maps, and some people, they just don't want to play water, right? That's your opinion. That's the case. Now, Dry Arabia, the creme de la creme of maps. Beautiful. We could play Dry Arabia, Drier Arabia. It rained yesterday, but now it's Dry Arabia. I love Dry Arabia. I'd be happy with 20 variations of Dry Arabia. That would be good for me. But we'll keep moving on. Forest Ponds. What the hell is this map? You've got ponds in every corner. You got deep water fish. You've got sacred sites everywhere. It's like, do you attack on the right side? Do you attack left side? Do you chop through the middle? It's a weird ass 1v1 map. It's not what I would call a standard map that we should be seeing in a map pool. So that is like definitely a ban for me. Keep moving on. Hideout. Holy Hideout. It's got trees everywhere. The whole half of the map is trees in the middle, and then people wall both sides. There's trade routes get set up. It's like these games are super weird. People chopped in the middle as well. It's not a standard map. It's okay to play like every once in a while, but it'd be okay for the quick play ladder. Doesn't really belong being on the ranked ladder. So I'm going to ban that. And I'm out of map vetoes, and we've only gone through the first 2/3 of the maps here. Now, hold on a second. I definitely don't want to play Hillendale anymore. And like Mediterranean, like maybe you're into water, maybe that's your thing. I actually don't mind Mediterranean, but maybe you don't want to play it. And then we got a map that's called, I think the community has called it the shit. No one likes playing on this map. So we're like lacking, like if I banned everything I truly wanted to ban here, I'd want to ban Hideout. I'd want to ban the Pit. And I think I would be, Hillendale, yeah. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I would want at least 5 bans here to say like I would be okay with queuing up on ladder to play in these maps. But that's also a limited selection here. So here's the bigger problem. There is a larger map pool abroad, but we're refining down these few for the ranked pool, which is normal to have a smaller pool for ranked. But how were these the ones that were selected? We just got done watching that Red Bull Wolo tournament. Do you guys like it? It was hype. I had a great time. I watched all these great fun maps. Let's go look at a few of those right now. So if you go over here to the mods tab, you can go to all mods, and then you could search by crafted map, generated maps, and some other mods, but I'm just going to type in RBW, which stands for Red Bull Wolo, and you could see the groupings of maps that were specifically used for Red Bull Wolo. Now, look at these. Look back at me. Look at these. Look back at me. Wouldn't it be great if all these beautiful maps we just got done watching this major tournament were in the map pool for Ranked Season 3 as it comes out at the same exact time? I really would love to queue into Ranked and play Golden Heights or Gorge or Cauldron or Four Lakes or Basin. All of these would be acceptable. There's a reason why the players banned mountain clearing the entire tournament, by the way. You didn't see this once. It's fun for free for all. It's a commodity map. It's a variety map, but doesn't belong in the normal rank pool. These all should be in the map pool. Put them in there. They're great maps. People like them. Look at all the stars they have. We would not be making this video right now if this was, here's your Season 3 map pool, and it was just straight up these maps in Dry Arabia. Like, who would disagree with that? They're great. They're great maps. So this brings us to the next topic of, okay, what do we do? Do we have community maps? Because these are community crafted. Well, actually, these were made, they are official, I think, Age of Empires 4 maps that were created. But like a lot of these are variations on community crafted maps, right? Or something similar, right? It's kind of getting skewed a little bit because one of our community map developers, Bitterland, now works for the team. So like there's kind of a combo of that stuff. But I have, as a viewer and as a caster, like I really was hyped like to play these maps, and I haven't once played a game on them unless I'm playing in a tournament. Not to mention being underprepared coming into a tournament and say is like an outlier. Like I don't have 8 hours to play a day. I'm not a pro, but maybe I wanted to get into the pro scene. How are you supposed to practice these? How are you supposed to go into those tournaments ready to play in these maps? These other players have all this practice because you can't even go on ladder and get them. They're not even in the quick play. And speaking of quick play, let's go over there and look at that. Okay, quick play ladder. I'm going to go to multiplayer, go to quick match. Now, map preferences. Still, only 3 vetoes. 3 vetoes. Right before we had like what? 8 or so maps, give or take. Well, look at all of that. You have 3 vetoes, and that is the map pool you get to choose from. Now, quick play is supposed to be a more casual game mode. Like maybe you don't want the stressors of ranked. Maybe you just got to play a quick play. You want to play a quick game. Quick play, exactly what it's called, right? It's supposed to be a casual, fun game mode, low stress. Wouldn't it be nice if you could tailor that experience that you've carved out an hour or 2 after your 8-hour workday, like I have, and you want to play a game of Empires? Wouldn't it be nice to carve that experience of, I want to play my Civ I like on a small handful of like these are the maps I kind of want to play. That would be a good play experience for you. Why force a player to queue in and then I get Boulder Bay? And I'm like, I don't want to play that. I would rather sit through a queue timeout than play a game on Boulder Bay. Now, I know Boulder Bay's got a lot better, so sorry to give it a bad rap, but let's say Archipelago. In general, people probably don't want to play games on Archipelago when they queue up for casual. So you're here banning maps, right? So maybe I'd ban that, Boulder Bay, maybe Warring Islands, because I just don't want to play straight up water maps. Well, I could get Mountain Clearing. I could get Mountain Pass, Oasis, French Pass. Like, there's so many maps I wouldn't want to play. And so how hard would it be as a temporary solution? Just give us some more freaking vetoes. We've got 3 vetoes right now. Like, sure, whatever. We're going to keep it ranked. We can discuss that more, right? I said I want 4 or 5, but say we just keep it at 3. For quick play, give me a hell of a lot more. Like, I would love to be able to get this down to a few maps. Now, the reason why they don't want your queue times to be absurdly long, right? So, devil's advocate, I can kind of understand that. But it could at least be like just a little bit better than 3 vetoes. I think for quick play at the very least, maybe it's a little bit longer than quick play. I don't know. I wouldn't mind a few more vetoes. How many vetoes do you think would be the ideal number for quick play and ranked pool? But I think with the ranked pool, when you ask like how many maps are going to be in that ranked pool, and are they going to be ranked pool maps of bullshit like this, or would it be like a row of those Red Bull World quality of maps, something like that? So between ranked and quick play, I think there's a big issue here with the maps you're allowed to choose. There's not enough vetoes. There's a disparity between what's on the tournaments and what's on the main ladder. Now, developers have no control over what the tournament organizers choose for maps, right? But it would be nice, perhaps, to implement something like a community voting, where perhaps coming up before each season, or maybe halfway through the season, the community votes, and maybe 3 maps are rotated in or out, or something like that. That would be a great way to connect with gamers, right? And make them feel like their voice is being heard as far as that. Now, there is a survey right now, so you can make sure your voice is heard. And I would imagine, while we're discussing this, they are more than aware that they done fucked up with this. Everyone's angry about it. And I think part of what has bugged me as a player and caster of this game has been the fact that this seemed like a super avoidable #1 issue, right? There's always going to be, they'll fix things new. There's always going to be like the next thing that we want fixed, right? That's just always going to be the case. But the map pool, this is something that could have been avoided, right? PUP came out 2 months before launch. I know they can only change so much for Red Bull Wolo and all the Season 3 anniversary update, all that, right? But pros and casuals alike said, yo, this map pool is whack, but this will get fixed by the time Season 3 launches. And then Season 3 launches, and we're like, what is this? How did you guys take our feedback, and these are the maps? And now, I don't know the ins and out of like the actual architecture of the design of the game and what it takes to put a new map into the map pool. But the maps in general are already crafted. Now, they could be tweaked, sure. But like those Red Bull maps, for example, those are already there. Those maps are readily available. So from a dev effort, I would imagine most of the time goes into creating those maps, not, okay, I'm assuming, update an array of maps and add one of these to there. And so you can now get it on the ranked pool. So it's just kind of a trivial thing to me that this has entered our spot as the #1 issue with Age of Empires 4 right now, because I think it was avoidable. I think they probably realized at this point with the feedback community's been giving, but make sure you fill out that survey, give them the feedback, let them know what maps you do want to see. But it just is weird. I don't know why this ended up being the play experience, and I think a temporary solution would be like, okay, we messed this up. Just increase the video count or something. Like, do something crazy like that. And we probably won't see a change to this map pool until Season 4. And it really bums me out how long we have to be stuck with the map pool. Because say you're a new player, maybe you're just picking up Age of Empires 4, we're coming back to it because these new civs came out and the game's so much better. And then you get stuck with Altai, Hideout, Altai, Hillendale in your map pool, and then suddenly you're like, this kind of sucks. Like, I'm gonna go play Overwatch or something different right now. I don't want to play this. Like, this is like, that could be enough to drive someone away from the game, and that's what I want to avoid. I don't think we should try to create bad play experiences, and I don't think developers are trying to do that. But a little urgency on this issue would be great. Even just like, hey, we realize you guys aren't happy with the maps. Here's what we're doing for the next season. Like, would make me so much happier right now. Now, I would assume hopefully we will get communication like that at some point, but they kind of messed up. We knew this was coming, and I was like, told you so. Hey, look, the maps still suck like we told you they would, and now people are angry about it. But hopefully implementing something like a community rotation could help with like mid-season changing up, because they could even, they could implement these new maps that we consider to be good, and halfway through the season, people are fed up with their new 2 or 3 maps they don't like, right? And maybe we can rotate those out or something like that. But that is going to be my Age of Empires 4 map rant. Let me know down in the comments below if you had to choose your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 maps to be in the ranked pool right now. Which maps would they be? Or are you one of the people who loves all the current maps we have? Maybe you are. Thank you so much for watching this video. For more Age of Empires 4 content, make sure you hit that sub button, leave me a comment, and come over to one of my live streams, twitch.tv/FitzBro, where we could talk about this and you could tell me about how wrong I am to my face. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.